Ronnie. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, sweetie. Jacob. Kim. Good morning. Uh, Vienna. Vienna. Yeah. Good morning to you. She said I ignore. Amy, I'm not ignoring y'all. Good morning, Dot. Hope you have a great day, sweetie. Sarah, good morning. Melissa. If you go by slow, I could catch everybody's name, couldn't I? Yeah, Ronnie Neal. Good morning, Ronnie. Michelle, good morning. Bamanola, good morning. Michelle again, good morning. Another Michelle, good morning. Lynn, good morning, sweetie. Katie, Betsy, Deborah Barnes, good morning. Heidi, Lena, Lena Flore, sweet lady. Uh, I'll talk about her in a minute. Bernadette, good morning, sweet Birdie. Mary, good morning. Julie, good morning. All right, they're going fast now. Nurse Heather, good morning. Up there in Camp Lejeune. Yeah, I know all about that place. Steve, good morning. Wanda, Paula, Joe Ray, good morning. Catherine, Peggy, good morning. Peggy Irving, Chris, Michelle, another Michelle. Carly Kay, good morning. A lot of Michelles here. Uh, and every time I see a few names I don't recognize, and I'm afraid to say it, I didn't recognize like I did Molly at day. Well, I've been here since day one. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you, Bertie. Uh, this is Wednesday, guys. It's halfway through the week. You guys at work, you're halfway there. Your hump day. Lady over in California always told me on Wednesday, it's hump day. It's hump day, PawPaw. Yeah, it's hump day. We're fixing to head back downhill now. Good morning. Uh, Happy Ash Wednesday, okay? Thank you there, Angel. Thanks so much. I look handsome and red. uh, I usually get a few comments from the opposite sex when y'all say stuff like that. I say how ugly I am. But anyway, it's fine. Roddy says good morning to everyone. There's Linda Heath. Good morning, Linda. Uh, I didn't get to see the whole message earlier. Susan, Steve and Susan over in Tennessee. Susan got to come home last night from the hospital. Praise God for that. Talked to Steve a little bit this morning on the phone. And she's home, and hopefully she's going to be doing good. He's going to keep a close eye on her. Thank you, Rosie. Jennifer, good morning. It's can do. Yeah, good morning, guys. I didn't check the temperature this morning. The sun's out. It's about upper 50s. I know that, but I'm not sure exactly what. Somewhere it's raining this morning. We haven't, we need some rain. Pray for Lester. Yes, ma'am. We all pray for Lester. Pray for Lester every day, multiple times. I had to go to the doctor yesterday, and Lester used the same doctor I use. And she started telling me something about it. I said, that's not me, ma'am. That's not me. She said, well, Lester. Yeah, that's Lester, but it's not this Lester. So anyway, and she looked at the birthdays, and she said, oh, 70? I said, that's not me. Do I look like I was born in 70? That's great. Yeah. Good morning. All right, something about cold. I didn't get to see that whole thing, guys. Sometimes people say, put me on the prayer list or pray for me, and they zip by, and I don't get the names on them. So if I don't see them, y'all remind me, okay? Same way with birthdays, okay? You got to remind me, because I don't see all of them as they come by my little screen here. Northwest Oklahoma had problems yesterday. Had bad fires. Whew. Yeah, you know, a lot of part of the country is under drought conditions already. We're under a drought. It's not severe yet. Do I look like I was born in the '70s? Wow. Hey, I'm headed to town. Gotta go to town, G. Uh, anyway, yeah, there's a drought in lots of places. Uh, we don't get some rain. Uh, Start to spring up. We'll have a slow spring, even though the weather may be warm. The grass not going to grow like it needs to grow. The gardens ain't going to do as well as they should. Uh, Had a church explosion nearby. Wow. Uh, it reminded me of a church back when I worked for the sheriff's office out here at Romare. I'd been out in that area that night on a different call, and was coming back into Cleveland, and I saw this glow in the sky, and it was a church out there was on fire. And time I got there, it was fire departments all there and everything else, but had this big propane or butane tank right at the back wall, and that wall was on fire, and they kept spraying that tank down trying to keep it from exploding. They finally got that wall put out. I think it's the only wall they saved because they're trying to keep that from exploding. It would blow down houses and everything else around a big old tank. But yeah, it's bad. Pray for you, Carla. Okay, Carla's got to go on our list this morning. Yeah. Hope the sun makes it out no how. I bet so, guys. You guys, Buster, don't go out there nowhere. You guys have been swamped in the snow and cold for a while up that way. Someone was telling me yesterday the snow starting to melt in her yard. And I bet she's proud of that. Proud of that. Good morning, Rose. It's okay to be late, sweetie. Okay to be late. Good morning, Molly. Thank you, Betsy Lou. Hit subscribe. Mary Deborah Marie. I'm sure, is that 3 people? Or is that one name? Good morning, Amy. And there she say good morning to Ronnie. Good morning, Gas. Oh, Gas leak. Okay. I was fixing to say good morning, Gas. We don't want that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, today is Wednesday. I got a busy day ahead of me. I didn't get everything done I wanted to get done yesterday. I give out. My knees got to hurting, so I come home. But I'm going to start again early this morning. We get caught up. I had to go to my doctor's appointment first thing yesterday morning, first thing. So I don't know if I'm going to do blood work or not, so I don't eat nothing, you know. Then you're almost sick in your stomach because you're not eating nothing, you know. I think I had 1 cup of black coffee, and I needed more than that. But they didn't need to do blood work. So anyway, so I'm there for a while. I finally get out of there, and first thing, I'm going to go get something to eat. So I run through Jack in the Box and got me something to eat. Then I take off then, and she says, while you out, wash the car. Well, I went through the car wash while I'm eating. While I'm eating. And that's a good place to eat, just in the car wash. Anyway, I come out the other end. I took off to Cleveland. Had to get a tire fixed. Got my tire fixed. I had to drop some stuff off for G in town. I did that. And then I went to McCoy's to turn in an order on a project we fixed to start on. To get them to deliver it for me, and that place was swamped. I mean, it was just people all over that place. I said, I just don't not gonna stand in line for an order. And so I got a couple little things I needed and checked out and took off. And I didn't make the grocery store. I got to go to the grocery store today. I'm gonna Ben's coming. We're going to do some work down here this morning. And, yeah, we got a lot going on. And I got to go to the grocery store. Plus feed up. I got a lot going on this morning. We'll make it. We'll make it. One step at a time. Hey, little kitty. Them little kitties are out this morning. Anyway, Susan's home. That's a good thing. And I gotta put Carla on our prayer list here. Deborah, good morning. All right. Good morning, Mans, over there in England. Steve, you're so welcome. Thanking everybody for the prayers. You're so welcome, buddy. Susan was in bad shape, and if she stayed in bad shape too long, Steve would be in bad shape. And the reason I say that is, you know, and I've talked about the other day, when there's two of us in a home, in a house, and a lot of you guys have been through this, you know, one is sick, it throws everything, no matter what it may be, onto the other one. When there's two of us, we kind of split our chores. Now, I come out and do outside stuff, and I do help G. You know, if she's, you know, got the babies and stuff, and she's running a little bit behind, I'll help vacuum or something like that. Not a big deal, you know. And I can mop, and I can wash dishes, and I've done all that. Sometimes just to help out. But when there's only that one person there, then there's nobody else to help out. So it's all back on. And it's all on Steve. But he didn't mind. He's get her back home. He'll probably save a lot of chores for her. Once she's up, so you got to catch up, girl. Okay, Janet Lee. Janet, her daughter's starting iodine treatment. Praying for good results on Lester's testing. Peggy, I didn't see exactly what was said, but sure get you on our list here, sweetie. I haven't seen Vera yet. Your prayers, Janet. Lots of jelly tots. What's a jelly tot? That Epsom salt. You know, my mom and dad would use Epsom salt every time they had aches and pains. You think that stuff really work that good? Seriously. Be serious. Like, you could soak in Epsom salt, soak in it, make a hot, wet compress for your knees. It does work. Okay. It does. Okay, it works. All right. Joshua's 42nd birthday. Okay. Let's put old Joshua down here. We ain't got to worry about Joshua biting. Oh, Josh, you got him on the list. So if you see somebody else needs to be on our birthday list, let me know. Now, someone, I think Ronnie called me and says it was Susan's birthday, and I didn't sing to her. I didn't know if I did or not. So we're going to sing to her today. If it's her second song, then it's just her second song. All right. Made a carrot cake. Woo, I love carrot cakes. They're good. G and I made a spice cake for Sunday. I loved it. it, with pecans in it. It was delicious. And her and little uh, Elora, I think, it was Laura, yeah, made the icing for it. Yeah, carrot cakes are good, and with cream cheese frosting. I don't know what this was. Kind of like just a sugary type, whatever it was, but it was good. Connie's doing Texas. Yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, yes, Texas. I got to sit down and I try to buy most everything I can on. Makes it easier for me instead of trying to save receipts. Some places you usually got to save receipts. You have to use different things, but or write a check, whatever. But I try to use my PayPal because on my phone there's a complete record for the whole year. Actually, I can go back several years on my phone, and so when I start listing all that stuff, I just, list it out. We got the receipts too, but just if I lose a receipt or something, at least I got some kind of a record. I love carrot cake, spice cake. Yeah, they're all good. That banana nut bread is delicious. I love that stuff too. I just can't eat a lot of it. Darn it. Ben and I this morning going to go over to the cemetery. There's 2 little brush piles over there we got to move. Because Saturday they're going to have my sister's graveside service there. And so we're going to take the tractor over in my trailer and scoop it up and put it on the trailer and maybe rake right around the gravestones there a little bit. Leaves and pine straw and throw out on the trailer and then get back home and do some stuff around here. Oh, Mary, you having problems with your Amazon account? We've had pretty good luck with Amazon so far. We've our worst problem with Amazon, and it's not always Amazon, but sometimes it is being delivered somewhere else. The deliveries. You got this little building out here. We've had several different places here to deliver on, and they'll drive right by it and set something on your porch or the back of my truck. You don't ever know. And there's that little building right there. There's delivery signs all over. And then sometimes they'll drop it off at LE's. And if they don't take a picture of it and send it to you on your phone, you don't know really where it's at. You just got to go start calling around. And we had a lot of stuff like that. People say, "Did you get my package?" No. I sent it, it said deliver. So I start calling around. Sometimes somebody's got it, sometimes who knows where it went, We had some packages delivered down at Logan's gate. No houses there, just his gate going into his property. And she kept looking at this little picture, and it was raining that day. And she says, "It says they're delivered, there's a gate. I don't recognize that gate." And finally somebody said, "That looks like maybe it's Logan's gate." 2 gates chained together. So I drive down, sure enough, there they are, sitting there in the rain, on the ground. But anyway, those things happen. Bev, good morning. Hi again, sweetie. Rosie. Cynthia, good morning. Around here, guys, if the weather's just about making you get the spring fever, you want to get out and do stuff, My pepper plant's looking so pretty. And I noticed a couple days ago, one of my little fig trees that Jimmy gave me is popping little flowers or little leaves out on it. Leave cold drinks and snacks for Amazon. That is awesome. That is sweet there, Deborah. That is so awesome. When the snakes come back, they're already out. Some snakes are already out. Some, not all of them. I accidentally run over one, a big old moccasin, coming from Tina's last week. He crossed the road, and I couldn't avoid him, and I hit him. But pretty good sized old snake coming up out of that pond there. So yeah, they're out. And I was told Lou and all these girls got these children around here, and Bree and all, I said, watch your kids because they're out. They get ready to go out and play in this playground. I kind of walk around because we've had copperheads come up out of the woods before. That's what, got Buster last year when I got my Buster. So yeah, I walked the playground a little bit and checked. I know G said when they worked down daycare, you ran over one on your lawnmower, you was upset about it? Yeah. Yeah. You slept in? It's okay, sleep in now and then. We all need it sometimes. At their playground, not their playground, their daycare, but the one right down the street, a little boy got bit by a copperhead, got in one. They left some little toys out overnight. Now, this is in town too, guys. It's in town. And little toys, little trucks or whatever upside down, laid out or whatever. He went out to they all run out for a little playground, and the teacher's walking, looking and everything, but she didn't check the toys yet. And he picks up his toy, and one of them bit him right on the end of his finger. So they, from that point on, all the daycares, they had to go out and check everything, and not leave no toys out overnight. But yeah, everything had to be checked. So yeah, they'll get you. You get run over by vermin, if not by snakes. Well, that's true. People say, oh, well, if you don't have snakes, you're going to have rats. I've got cats. Everybody to their own thing, right? Everybody to their own thing. I like my cats. We have no rats. Very few snakes. Now and then. And Seamus, I've seen Seamus now kill 3 snakes, I think, or 2 snakes in the last year. Out there along that fence line. Just sit there and mess with them. Finally, he bites them 2 or 3 times. They roll up. They I don't know if he bites them and kills them or just stresses them to death. I don't know. And he's never got bit. But he's a pretty good snaker. He's a snake guy. But yeah, we have cats, and I go out there. Most of my cats. Some of my cats are wild. They are, and some of them don't even live here, but they're here, and we never have a rat problem. You can go out there anywhere. You'll never find rat droppings. You'll never find nothing where rats chewed into, and there's no rats. Lots of cats. It's whatever you like best. Paula, good morning. Snake killing a cat. He is. He's a pretty doggone good cat. But I know those 2. I've seen him kill 2. And went out before, even over to Big House over here. Hey, wood dog. And there'd be a half-eaten snake, not big snake, just a copperhead. Usually a copperhead, or some kind of smaller snake, be laid up there on the patio, half-eat. God, don't bring your supper home on the porch. Hey, baby. Don't come across this table, Woody. Woody. Come on. Try to get Woody a haircut on Friday, I hope. Come on. You can come across. He's on the other side of this table, and he's looking like he's fixing to hop on there. All right, Peter. Peter's got a birthday. Okay, Peter, hang on. All right. You stress about a cat bringing a rat to your bed, or a little mouse. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. I'd rather be a mouse than a snake. uh, Dustin's been working in the house over there, and I haven't been over because I don't like to interfere with him, whatever he's doing. I think he's videoing all of his work, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty. And like we kept little baby girl yesterday, and the day before I think we kept Carla. No, Carly, I think came. Yeah, Carly came the day before. I get the days mixed up on this week here. This is Wednesday. Yeah. Anyway, Dustin's off this week. He's working in the house, and he comes over and he wasn't working upstairs, and he helped me do a couple of things. I had this big old heavy bench over on my trailer. I needed my trailer for today. I says, "Will you set that bench off for me?" You set it off the trailer. Ben put it on. This thing is heavy, and a long story about it. I'll show it to you one day. It's not nothing fancy, but it's one of the first projects that I built when I started teaching shop class, and it's lumber. It's 3 inches thick, or was when it was green. It's probably shrunk some now, and 3x6s, I guess you might call them. And I bought them. It was 20 foot long. A guy had a little sawmill. He cut his own lumber, and I bought them for a trailer, a low bar trailer. We're gonna put a new floor in a trailer and paint it and all that stuff. And but the trailer's 16 foot long, so I had some 4 foot cutoffs, and so didn't want to throw them away, so we built a little bench. That thing was built back in 1980s, 81, something like that. Pretty old. It's always been sitting on the back patio. Well, it's been on several porches. But anyway, we kept it on the back patio for the last 10 years, I guess. And surprisingly, when the flood came, it didn't float off. Pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. So I told us, when you set it off the trailer, I'll get it moved. He said, "Where are you on it?" I said, "Over at the house." Picked that thing up. Here he come with it. Lord, I was probably strong like that one time. Anyway, he put it where I wanted it. And but anyway, he's been working over there, and he got frustrated. He said he kept trying to put this sheet of paneling up. He said he couldn't get the bottom to go in, and didn't realize a little nail at the bottom on that floor sticking up, just catching it and everything. I got so frustrated before I figured out what it was. But I'm sure he's doing a pretty job. Good job. But he come over last night, sat for a long time, talking about what he got done, what he wants to get done. A lot of fun listening to him talk. Good morning, Rebecca. Your best dog was a Jack Russell. A lot of folks thought Buster had Jack Russell in him, which I don't know that much about Jack Russell, but anyway, we did the DNA. It turned out he didn't. He didn't have no Jack Russell in him. His DNA was all kinds of messed up. But he's my teacup. All right. Why mosquitoes? Yeah, really. Have you ever thought about that? Why? I guess they were created for a food source for birds. Bats. For bats. I don't know. Your dog, Buster, has it. Okay. Jack Russell are fearless. Well, maybe that's why Buster gets thought of as a Jack Russell. Buster ain't afraid of nothing, but I think he's got enough sense at the last second. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't. I worry about it. Good morning. It's about time, Bear. Show up here 30 minutes late. It's okay, sweetie. You're here. You'll keep people straight. You'll keep old Roddy and Thomas and all them people straight. If Billy shows up, he'll be straight. Vera's been with me from day one, and always trying to straighten me out. And she's probably done a pretty good job in some areas. Uh, you know, be nice. Be nice. Be nice, PawPaw. Be nice. All right. There's Deborah Callahan. Anyone see Ray? I haven't seen Ray. I need to call Ray. I don't know if Ray's still using, when I talked to Ray, the last time I told him he's using Reba's phone, I guess, or at least her phone number. Yeah, that's how I got a hold of him, because I had her phone number. I called and he answered. Hey, Wood dog, get over and say to PawPaw. All right, Woody. When you get the haircut, I hope on Friday. If not Friday, Saturday morning, little Woody gal. I forget where I was at. Y'all ever forget where you're at? Yeah, sweet Woody. Hey, here's my teacup. Here's my teacup. My teacup right here. You know, G talks about getting, we talked about, laugh about it now, about her getting ripped off when she got little old Buster, because he's tiny little thing, and wrapped up in a towel. And this lady had all kinds of paperwork, from a vet's office. It probably was legit, but it's probably from another dog. Yeah, another teacup. Maybe a real teacup. The weight and all that kind of stuff. She was so excited, so proud. She come home with a little towel wrapped up, a little black head sticking up out of her, little ears sticking straight up. Oh, you see my little teacup? I said, yeah, baby, he's cute. He's a cute little guy. And as time went, he kept not growing. And then his little hair, little whiskers started growing, and then long hair on his little leg, and his little wire hair. And then it got to a point, she realized he's not a teacup. No, baby, he's not. But by that time, he'd done hooked up with me. And when they hook up with me, they go country. Like Woody, they go country. And what's great about Billy, Bear? What you just talk about Billy? What's so great about Billy? I want to know. Yeah, he's a giant teacup. Billy's a good man. I'll say that about Billy. He's a good man. Nancy, good morning. Good morning, Heidi. It's Marie. Jennifer, is it Podmore? Good morning. Good morning, sweetie. Good morning. The way I'm sitting, my foot went to sleep. I'm sitting here wiggling my toes trying to make it come back on. Wake it up. I got this thing in my leg here. Anyway, I got problems. Yeah, Sweet Jimmy's watching. Sweet Jimmy don't get to say a lot because he's trying to run his store, but he watches as we're doing stuff, and he keeps up with when Ronnie starts lying. And he'll call him. He gets a minute and tell him stop that lying or stop, be nice, stop that kind of stuff. Jimmy's kind of watching out for all of us, not just me, but for all of us. Trying to keep it civil. Man's the prayer list. We sure will. Man's going on the list. I talked to Mans a while back. Sure did, all the way over there in England. Nancy been in the hospital? Is that what you're saying? Nancy's been in the hospital, you're out now? Or in rehab for 2 months? Wow, sweetie. There go Bill McKenzie. Oh, no, it's Billy. Bill, yeah, Bill McKenzie. Good morning. Good morning, Bill. I'm looking extra bona fide. Top of the day to you. Thank you. Looking dapper. I'm looking dapper. Righty? It makes him angry when people say I look dapper. He'll call and you don't cuss me, but he might as well give me a cursing. Bad thing he says to me. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I guess Ronnie and I have become best friends, I guess, because, we about the same age. We grew up the same way. Farm life. Got so much in common. We talk about our old growing up, swimming in creeks and mud holes and ponds and stuff like that, so you find you in common with a lot of folks, you kind of just have that connection, Besides that, he's sorry. He's just sorry. But that's okay. I like him. Good morning, Peggy. Anna Piazza, thank you. She said, this cap always looks good on PawPaw. All right, I love it. I love it. G, seriously, G says, yeah, and I wear baseball caps most of the time. Y'all know that, I work in them. I wear them almost everywhere I go. She said, you should wear these all the time. She said, they look so good on you. Okay. She says, you look like Terry Bradshaw. Well, G, I don't know if that's good or not. I like Terry Bradshaw, but I don't know if that's good or not. We played football, sandlot football. I was always kind of pretend I was Terry Bradshaw. I had that great arm, back in the day. And yeah, I do like Terry Bradshaw. I truly do. He's got a good personality. Was playing sandlot football out there, and Cuz, seriously, Cuz could catch good. Cuz, and Cuz, you can't see it now, but back then he could run and cut and make all these moves, and people was hard to cover him. And I was quarterback naturally because I was the smartest one on our team. So he comes back to the huddle. He says, I can get open. I can get open. All right, Cuz, you get open, buddy. It's coming. So sure enough, he did. He cut 2 or 3 times. He's wide open. And I throwed an arrow. I mean, that buddy was just right to him. Beautiful. Well, in my eyes, it was beautiful. He hit him right in the forehead. He come back and don't even ask for another pass. He hit you in the head. You didn't catch it. Well, I didn't see it. Anyway, we had a lot of fun playing football. Well, we played Lester and Daniel and the boys from high school. It had grown-ups too coming, and Cuz and I. And we'd play out there just full contact too. Just wonder people didn't really get hurt. Had one guy up the road got his leg broke in one game. I wasn't there, thank goodness. And we had Kenny got his collarbone not broken, but it pulled, dislocated. Yeah. And another friend of mine got his nose split. Cuz broke his hand, and I tried to fix his hand. I was kind of like practicing medicine. I said, I think he come back, his old hand's all. He said, you just jammed it, Cuz, you just jammed it. I don't know. Let me see it. I heard it pop to the. I said, yeah, I got it. His old hand swelled up. So anyway, his wife got upset that he'd let me doctor him. Oh yeah, Roberta. Me too. Roberta, seriously. right what you're saying. What you're saying, I have thought that. I have thought that. Those thoughts have come across my mind. Exactly what you said. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Have a cure for your hip? I don't know, Atari. I'm not for sure about that. But we can jerk it back in. We can jerk it back straight if you need it kind of jerked on. K. Let's put K on the prayer list. I didn't see anything about K. But I see some folks praying for K. You're the smartest. How'd you ever get a comment? Yeah, I was the smartest in the group. All right, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get our prayer list done here, okay? Personal world, don't be a jerk. I'm not trying to be one. All in good fun, sweetie. All in good fun. Yukon Tommy, good morning. I got a message from this morning. He was telling me something about Ronnie and Ronnie's doctor. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, let's go to this prayer list real quick, guys. Because we're already 42 minutes. Time flies on here. Okay? So, if I am not looking at you and you put somebody on here, prayers for Cole, okay, it's the right color. You see, I won't see it. I'll be looking over here at the list. Okay? Cole. Let me say something about this list. I don't know how many people, seriously, how many people out there that pray. That's your business. I think most of us do. Most of us do. In all seriousness. But I think when someone asks, they have that faith and that belief to say, because they're taught, from the Bible stuff, to ask for prayer or to pray for folks. And I think they should do it. And I do it. I believe in prayer, and I know it always don't go my way. I know that. But I do believe it works. And when it don't go my way, there's a reason. Or our way. Okay. Here we go. Deanne. It's on the prayer list, okay? Hatari, Larry, Fabian, Susan, Patricia, Gabe, Cynthia, Doris, Vienna, Mike, and my brother Bob, Spencer, Dorothy, Reba, Amy, and Pam, Cheryl, Charlotte, excuse me, sorry, Cookie, Nina, Leanne, Shelley, and Wendy, Pamela, Justin, and Debbie, okay, Deborah Barnes, I got several Debbies, Tracy, Josephine, Jill, Dustin's Jill, our Lester, Michelle, Michael, Renee, Samora, Erica, Jennifer, and Elizabeth, Deborah, Jaylee, Fran, George, Diane, Laurie, another Jill, Sandra, Sammy, Molly, Margaret, Jackie, and Marie. We're still going. Don't give up. Lenny, Cuz, he did his heart thing. He's doing real well. I said that, our Lester. Cuz' heart's doing real well. Thank y'all for that. Richard, Joanne, Sal, Nancy, Bernice, Nancy, Scott, Sue, Lee, Amber, Samsum, I'm sorry, Carla, and Kay and Cole. Okay. Now, our little pets, we pray for them too. They may not, but we do. Okay. All right. And Peter. Did I not put Peter on here? I put him on the birthday list. I may have put him on the wrong list. We're going to sing to him anyway. It don't matter. Here we go. God knows what we mean, okay? You got Bo, Baby, and Buster, Haley, Bubba, Cooper. I got a name messed up here. I can't see what it is. Roxy, Max, Hank, Ritzy, Willow, Dirk, Cindy, and Rex. And I got a couple of them smudged. I can't tell what they are. So if I missed one, you let me know. Gio wants off the prayer list. All right. Okay. Took that Jill off. Now, birthday. I've got, yes. Pray for our country. Pray for these other countries that are all in war and stuff, guys. Seriously, that's a prayer too. They're out there in its own, you might say. There's wars around everywhere, and there's rumors of wars, and there's earthquakes, stuff that we all know about. Just pray for those situations, okay? All right, here goes the birthdays. We got Joshua, Susan, Peter, and Mans. And have a great day, sweetie. Yeah, Miss Dallas. All right. Joshua, Susan, Peter, and Mans. Anybody else? Yeah, Bree lost Feather. Yeah. She's very sad about that. Yeah. I have a lot of fun with Bree. She picks on me too. You know, it ain't just me picking on her. So a lot of times y'all see me picking is in self-defense. Okay. All right. Man says it's not her birthday. She always wants us on the prayer list. Thank you, Mance. We'll do that. All right. Mance is not on the birthday list. She's on the prayer list. Got it. Okay, here we go. Feather was very old. And just vets couldn't do that, just deteriorating, slowly. Mans was in a car accident. Okay. I didn't know. Okay, Mans, we pray. We get you on the prayer list, Mans. You be okay. Okay, here we go. Joshua, Susan, and Peter. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Joshua, Susan, and Peter. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Yeah, no biting. Don't worry about the guys. It's these ladies. Feather was a sweetheart of a dog. I'm serious. She loved everybody. And huge dog. And looked down on these little kids. But she just loved them, and just as sweet as she could be. I think you could probably sit on her, lay on her, whatever you want to do. It wouldn't matter. She just is that easy going, And sometimes you get so upset with these little dogs of ours. These little dogs want to bark at everybody. You just want to bark, 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 You get so upset with them out there barking at Feather or even Punk over there. They come out across the yard, if one of them was to just jump at them, they'd probably run like crazy. These little loud dogs. I had a Great Dane way back years ago, and it's sad I can't remember her name because we didn't keep her long. She was given to me, and I turned around and gave her to a guy I worked with. She was black. She's a pretty dog. Well, black and white, but she was pretty. But made him a great yard dog. I forget who even gave her to us. Couldn't keep her or something, and we couldn't keep her either. We had too many dogs at the time. 162 pounds. Wow. Someone has a Great Dane in Pitt Cross. But anyway, yeah. And it's sad when you lose one of your fur babies, guys. It is sad. Tell you a little bit about my day today. What's going to be. And I don't know how much I'll get on the video for you for tomorrow. Don't know. Do all I can. When we leave here this morning, Ben's coming. I'm going to go feed up before Ben gets here. As soon as Ben gets here, we're going to go down to the cemetery and pick up that trash. We're going to come back, unload that trash, and park the trailer. Then I'm going to take my truck. Then I got to go to the store. I got to go buy some groceries for Larry and I. We're going to go camping. So I got to do that this morning. And this afternoon, I'm going to take the camper down and set it up. And tonight, Larry and I are going to go camping. And haven't got a menu fixed up what we're going to cook, what we're going to eat. We will eat. We will eat something. But I got to go figure out what we're going to get. And I'm going to talk to him a little bit what he wants. So it'll be Larry and me and Woody and Buster and probably Kippy. Kippy, I think, will like going. I didn't take Kippy the last time. I was afraid Kippy would want to come home and take off across those woods and through that pasture at night, and something might get him. But I think he'll stick with us. And if he actually wants to go home, then I'll bring him home or something, and go back. But, yeah, we look for a fun time. Sitting around the fire and talking. And, Larry and I have a lot of things in common. Our kids grew up together. His son and Lester were good friends. Trey and Lester were good friends growing up, same age. And the daughter Laurie. When I first met Larry, they came here as Plum Grove. He was a salesman at a car dealership. He did all the insurance stuff and maybe car sales too, I don't know. But he was a song leader at our church. And where I met him. Hey, Verdi. Hey, Dirty Verdi. Don't you come in here, you old Dirty Verdi. But anyway, that's how I met Larry. And then over the years, we become friends and did all kinds of stuff together. We camped, we took our kids camping. We all went swimming together. We did everything country folks do, picnics and stuff together, cookouts together. His family, my family. And then I'd worked at the sheriff's office, and he eventually worked police here in Plum Grove. And then he went to work for the sheriff's office also. So we have a lot kind of background stuff in common. We chat and talk about stuff we've done and stuff we saw, and just people we knew that we both knew, and sometimes people we both dealt with. People we work for. So we have a lot in common. We sit around. We have a lot in common to talk about, and somebody else might get bored listening to it. But us, it's like when I left the school, and a lot of you guys that have retired know what I'm going to say. you got these friends that all of a sudden you're not there no more. And schools, especially schools, because they have such a turnover, at least here. Back in the day when I first went to school up there, it seemed like the same teachers there year after year after year. And some were, but not all of them. But as time went on and different administrators come and went, you got to have these turnovers, and the teacher you'd have today would be gone tomorrow, or this year they would be back next year. So you just had a quiet turn. But the thing was, you have these long-term friends. Then when you retire, you're not around them every day. You don't see them very often. You may talk to them on the phone now and then, and you kind of just lose contact with these guys. If I went up to that school today, I bet I wouldn't recognize no teacher. I wouldn't recognize no teacher. I might recognize some of the folks down in transportation at the bus barn, like the mechanics and stuff that I knew. I know there's several of them still there. But it just, all of a sudden you lose contact with all these folks you used to work with. And I would love to sit around and talk about some of the school things we did, with somebody. But they're all gone. Moved off. Some have passed away. If you retired, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All right, Carly K, it's coming up. You let us know. Oh, what's hard when you recognize them, but you can't remember the name. Hey, Bubba. Hey, sweetie. I've never been good on names. Now, still ain't. Never was. Unless it's really somebody that stuck out for some reason, good or bad. Then you might remember their name forever. But as far as just, kids coming to my classroom, girls, the first few years, just boys, and in small classes, and you get to do a lot of stuff around the campus, around the district even, construction stuff. But then later on, they started sending these girls all out there, and nothing wrong with girls. I'm not complaining about girls. I'm just saying, then it got to be where you couldn't take a lot of girls and boys off campus in places. You had to be careful, and you also couldn't leave some back in the shop to clean or whatever. You had to be careful. So things got a little bit different. But they had so many kids coming in, so after a while you say, you know their name. I guess you looked at on the list there, but hey, sweetie, hey, Bubba, it worked pretty good. And I still see sometimes today. Was one that worked at the doctor's office that I had in my class years ago, a girl. And I'd go in, I don't think she's there, and I don't see her no more, but I'd go in there and she'd say, "Hi, Mr. Morrow." I said, "Hey, sweetie." I have no idea what her name was. I remember her face. So yeah, go with sweetie, go with Bubba. Thank you there. Appreciate that. Ooh, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's going to come in handy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was, I'll tell old Larry we can splurge. We can splurge. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Anyway, we're about to run out of time, guys. And I enjoyed it. This hour goes so fast, What If Acres, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, buddy. Very nice. Very nice. But it goes by so fast, and next thing you know, it's over. And you think, I should have said this to that person. I want to say that for this person or that person, or tell them this or tell them that, and it's done went by. I'll try to do it the next time, I appreciate that, Jeff. I really do. I'm gonna tell Larry about that. He'll be amazed. Larry's always asked me about YouTube and how it works, and he says, asked how many people watching. I told him, he said, "Well, what do you tell them?" I said, "Larry, I don't tell them much. Nothing. Just show them what I do. I don't do much, But I guess evidently they like what I'm showing them. I don't have a lot of folks, but we good. We good. If just one shows up, I guess we're still good. Tell you everything I know. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Our time's up. And I'll see you back here on Friday morning, good Lord's willing. And thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Dot. Yeah, I'll be splurging. No, not really. I love you guys. Y'all take care. See you back here on Friday, good Lord's willing. And tell you about our camp. Okay, I love y'all. Y'all take care.